handles the questions, handles the crowd, and just a great credit to our sport. And he was there with Ron Katz and Morgan Lucas, Eric Enders, Hector Rana Jr., but just nice. And he's the guy that always seems to live life on a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Aren't a whole lot of euphoric highs and aren't a lot of really nasty lows in Robert's life.
No, Robert does a great job, and you know, he's one of us. He's one of the guys that started out from the crew side of things and worked his way into a you know, ultimate ride and eventual full throttle champion. So you still feel blessed to have that opportunity. Every interview you see with him, I mean, he's always excited. He's always very animated about it, and it's for the privilege of driving one of these race cars.
3 of the 5 drivers on our panel last night had either flown with the Thunderbirds or the Blue Angels. Have you ever done that?
I have not done that.
Yeah, well, they just loved it, raved about the opportunity and the experience.
Yeah, I don't. I'd do it. I think I would go up there and do it, but I would have reservations, I think. But before the event, I see how some of them, you know, the pilots, they try and get, oh, you think you're a tough, you know, drag racer or something like that. Let's pull 9 Gs and see if we can't make you find out what you had for lunch.
Yep, throw up or pass out. I rode in a Cessna once. I'm just taking baby steps.
There you go. It's a good start.
Yeah, I threw up. So Todd Lesinko, the Tappet Brewing Machine. Robert Height, the Auto Club of Southern California Ford. Here at Auto Club Raceway, the Auto Club Finals, and he's running the AAA lane. Holy mackerel. Todd Lesinko lifts that body up, comes down on the return road. You see the chutes down there at the end of the racetrack. He is still in the car and strapped in there in that cocoon driver's compartment, but a wild ride. Robert goes 4.053. 313.07, up to the number 3 spot. And Todd Lesinko's team, they've had that problem a couple of times this year. Just jettisoning that Tappet Brewing body. You saw, if you're watching on the start line, Jim Dunn just kind of walked away. And Lesinko, 478.7, 147.33 before somebody yells at me and tells me I never gave the times. But boy, look at that race car. Made a convertible out of that. And you know, it might be a great day to be tooling around Southern California with your top down, but not if you started out with a fuel-funny car, fully enclosed body. So Todd Lesinko's team, Larry, these things happen so quickly. I'm watching the car down about half track, and I'm saying, wow, it's a pretty good run for both of them. By the time I got done thinking about that in my mind, we saw the body blow off on that car over there in the left lane.
Yeah, with all that got lost is the fact that Robert Height ran a 4:05, great run, but boy, gosh, you really feel for Todd Lesinko. I mean, he's had more happen to him probably in the last couple races than people, you know, guys that have been racing a long time like Robert Height have ever had in their lifetime. That's just wow, what a bummer for that team.
Talked about the Jack Beckman explosion on Thursday, brought to mind a lot of time the Dale Pool D explosion on the starting line a few years ago, and the body kind of exploded over there. Left side of the track. Watch it again. I mean, it looked like it was going pretty good. Early today, saw nothing that gave an indication that anything was wrong. And here he's going through. You saw look at the back end of that car. Just, wow. That's like a professional rodeo ride. Wow. Look how high that body went, too. Unbelievable.
He's got driving skill, and he's had practice doing this, unfortunately, this year. Man, that was quite a job to be able to keep that car off the
Mark, I'm going to ask you, and I mean, seriously, watch it again. You see that drive through. What could he possibly have done there? I mean, I look.
Close your eyes.
No, really, I'm being serious. When that thing, when the back wheels are jumping off the ground, I mean, like I said, right about now, you're looking for that 9-second bull ride. Let's hope this baby's over.
Yeah, it almost looked like it spun the tires maybe right before then, and he ripped off the throttle and maybe got back in. It did not want to hear about that. That was quite an explosion.
He's been a one-man highlight reel here in the last couple of races. We'll see it again from another angle. Again, Robert Height makes that excellent run, but all eyes are over on the left side. Like I said, unless you're making a #1 ET run, the phrase, let's see that from another angle, is not normally good. Look at that picture with the body up in the air.
Body's okay, guys. The guy's down here.
Man.
So you want to do this for
I was not ready to start just running that away.
Holy mackerel.
Wow.
Well, the safety folks down there checking on everything, and let's go down trackside right now, checking with Alan.
Bob, I just wanted to make a comment. Watching this on the NHRA Mobile Vision down here, I think Larry could probably expand on this a little bit more, but how about all the extra roll cage padding and all the extra head and neck restraint stuff that the guys are having to wear now in the last couple of years? I think that was a huge improvement, and you saw right there, it definitely had to help Todd out and not banging his head off the roll cage back and forth.
And it was probably 4 or 5 years ago. I think Cruz Petrichon had a really good explosion in at Las Vegas, and he was really one of the first guys I see put extra padding in there and stuff because they got rattled around a little bit. And, you know, all this safety stuff isn't on there just because. I mean, there's a reason for it. It's built up to that point, and you know, boy, that's yeah. Hopefully that helped his cause from that standpoint. It's just quite a jar when that car finally came down.
All right, let's get on the end of the racetrack and Nathan. All right, so we're going to put things on a hold pattern here for a few minutes as Ron Capps and Josh Crawford. Let's go back down trackside to Allen.
Hanging out down here with Rob Wedlin, crew chief on the Service Central Dodge Whip in a minute. A lot of funny car crew chiefs back here all looking at each other going, I've never seen one do one quite like that. That was a heck of an explosion.
Yeah, it wasn't good. We don't like to see that happen to anybody out here. You know, just alone the cost and the safety issues of it. It's pretty unfortunate, but obviously, like Austin Coyle used to say, it had some kind of event.
I don't think there's any question it had an event down there. Let's talk a little bit about your car and track conditions out here. Are they good enough that somebody can take that bull away from Jack Beckman right now?
You know, obviously when Jack ran yesterday, I don't think anybody really had it in their mind that there was a 402 out there, but the track's shown us a little more than what I guess we're anticipating. But I know the Service Central car today,
I was gonna grab her and start to run.
Anyway.
You're not set up to tiptoe, right?
No, you know, honey badgers, they just don't care. You know that, right?
I do know that.
Okay.
We'll fill you in on some of that later. He also talked to Johnny Gray earlier about Fry. I think you'll find this interesting. They have a very special guest in their pits who last went to a drag race in 1947. Came out today and said, yeah, things are a little different.
Wow, look at that shot right there. Boy, that's something else.
Look at that, wow. Look how sideways, that's almost 90 degrees, right there. Right there.
Wow.
Jeez. He was like, come on back, come back, come back, and it did. I saw him about right here. It was like, I didn't know what happened.
No, I was right on him when he came by and it blew off, but I didn't follow up. I was kind of like, wow.
Look at that, oh God.
Smoke, man.
Yeah. That's it right there. Yeah. Look, he's still in the throttle. He's half throttle right there. Very.
See, I was stuck. I was looking like, oh shit, I usually have to take
Hi, I'm Linda. Hi, and I'm Larry. We're chaplains for Racers for Christ. You're invited to the RFC chapel service Sunday morning. It's non-denominational and everybody is welcome.
Talking about fire and rescue, they thought he was still here. Why do they bring them ambulance down here? I think still freaking
Look for times and locations on the flyers in the pits.
These days, everybody's connected. Racing Electronics connects drivers, crews, and the NHRA, and gets them communicating on wireless radio. Now you can know what they're talking about at the start line, on track, or at the shutdown area, with the Racing Electronics standard. Buy or rent at every event. Racing Electronics has accessories, and is ready to service all your radio communications needs and answer questions. Get in the loop and in the know with Racing Electronics on the Midway. Look for the Racing Electronics trailer at every event.